Greetings from the House of Representatives. This is your state representative, cary-condotta, and we are approaching the last 30 days of the session. It seems amazing we've come that far that fast, and it will be over very soon, we hope. Now, there's still a lot of negotiations to go. The big news this week was the governor breaking with his budget ideas before the House or the Senate, putting kind of a gauntlet down for the House and Senate to look at. Amazing situation in that he adds almost $1 billion in taxes to a program where we already have $2 billion additional dollars. So about a $3 billion increase in the overall budget. Now he adds those $1 billion for a number of tax exemptions and repeals, including the trade-in tax on automobiles, which has been very critical to the auto business, which actually is driving the economy. One of the bright spots is auto sales, and of course taking away the trade-in tax would certainly affect that. He looks at all kinds of other taxes, adds tax back on bottled water, something the voters actually got rid of by a vote. So very controversial, and frankly was panned by most everybody in the state, didn't get a lot of good reviews. The problem is that we have $2 billion in new revenue, and even if we apply $1 billion of that to education as a priority, we still have $1 billion left to deal with the deficit, so we're really in pretty good shape. So what happens next? Well, the Senate coalition, who has been the driving force here for the last few months, is going to break with their budget in the next few days. I believe it will have no new taxes. It will not have extension of taxes that were promised to go away, and that's another thing the governor did, was extend taxes that were supposed to sunset. The Senate, I don't believe, will do that. I think you'll see a very nice balanced budget with the existing new revenue, about $2 billion in additional revenue, with an emphasis on education for sure, and even a 3% reduction in tuitions. Now, this was something that was completely different than the governor, who increased tuition by 10% over two years. After putting an extra $1 billion in, we still have an increase in tuition for higher education. Are you kidding me? The Senate will deal with that. We think this Senate budget has a lot of merit, what we've seen of it. The official budget will be out on paper probably this week, and we look forward to seeing that. We think the House will come in somewhere between the two. The House Democrats will also have a budget by next week, and we expect that that one will be somewhere between the governors and the Senate, and then the negotiations begin. Now, the whole end result here is trying to find a budget that everybody can agree to within the next 25 days. Now, that could get very interesting, and if not, we may be here into May. Let's hope not. What's missing from all this, really, is anything that has to do with the economy, with creating jobs. Actually, tax increases will decrease jobs. But there is nothing in here about reforming worker compensation, providing some training wage benefits for younger workers to try to solve that huge youth unemployment problem. None of the business issues that we've talked about are included in this program so far. It's all about the budget. It's all about taxes and spending. Let's hope that some of those business reforms are still included in the final package. Thanks for being with us. We'll check in next week. Cary-Condotta, your state representative.